There's a few things.
Yeah, I love the outdoor. The outdoor living is what we normally we always love that. We both from the farm. Phia comes from the Kalahari and I come from the Free State, and we both like outdoor living. But the restrictions in South Africa it sort of hampers you. So you create your little valley or your little area around your home for outdoor living. You know, have a barbecue and a pool and all that. Where here people would meet in the parks and you can go for a hike, and it's very, very accessible. I love that.
I'm Dr. Chamonix Blanche, ex-corporate and academical turned CEO and board member of several companies and mother of 4 little extraordinary kids. But it wasn't that long ago that I lacked the confidence, the know-how, and the time to focus on designing and really going after the life that I so wanted to live. A life of freedom, of fairness, and of being fair dinkum to who I really was and what I wanted to get out of this fleeting time that we have on Mother Earth. Fast forward to many lessons learned and moving halfway around the world to the most amazing country, you'll see the life that I now live. One that gives me more safety and freedom than I ever thought would be possible, and that really only existed as a daydream while I was living in South Africa. I created Chamonix TV to give you true spot advice on how you can also live a life in this amazing country, and so that you can see how another couple like us now live in Australia with 4 little kids hearing down under. And I'll be providing you with step-by-step strategies so that you can make your Aussie dream a reality too. If you're a keen future Aussie who's looking to create a life that excites you and offers you safety, freedom, and opportunity, you have come to the right place, my friend. Welcome aboard.
Hi, Kobus and Phia. Thank you so much for joining us today, all the way from the sunny coast. Is it sunny or is it rainy today?
It is actually quite rainy.
Yeah, it is.
So it's the rainy coast today.
Yep.
Yeah.
How have you guys been? How has life in Australia been treating you so far?
Well, we've just been talking to other people around. We sort of rookies around in Australia, being here only 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got our permanent residency a couple of months ago, so we're very excited about that. Yeah.
Yes, that's how we felt.
Oh, I do so well remember the day I got my PR. It was like the world was taken off my shoulders.
Yeah.
It's an incredible relief when you get it, because you know now nobody can boot you. It's like,
that's
now
true.
relax.
Yes.
Wow. So how has your journey been? I know that you've been working FIFO, Kobus, but if you don't mind sharing with our viewers today, how long did you do that fly in, fly out for? And then when did Phia join, and how was life at that point in time?
Yeah, we were pretty much established in Potch, South Africa. Lived there for 18 years. And I was fortunate to get an opportunity up here in Australia to start working here.
Initially just for the 3 months. Yeah,
it was initially just a 3-month project, and actually the day when I arrived here, we got notified this is more long-term. So it was just an exciting opportunity. But I actually mentioned to the company at the time, if there's ever an opportunity that I can take my family over, I'll be your man. And they said, well, they'll count on me. And it actually happened like that. So I came here in June 2018. And with the idea to do FIFO, now the mine that we work for works 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and I thought I could just do that flying back to South Africa. Never realized it's not as easy. Flying longer
and it's
distance
so
like
far.
That. So we stretched it. Originally, we started off 2 weeks, and later on in say August or September, we stretched it for 4 or 5 weeks at the time. But soon after I arrived here, I notified Phia this is a long-term thing. And we've got the opportunity to bring them over. So, I
December,
think the rest is, Phia she had the task to actually pack up everything and get our life sorted in Potch.
So it was 6 months. And then we all came. That December we arrived here. Yeah.
Was that a shock to your system, Phia? Or did you sort of start thinking in the back of your mind, oh, I can see this coming?
No, not really. It was actually quite a huge jump. The waiting for that first visa to come through was quite it felt like we were standing on one leg and you were waiting until the visa was approved to know when we can go, because initially we wanted to come over in October to come and have a look and see with regards to where we want to live and the schools and all those type of things. But we haven't received our visa then. So we just had to, it was a waiting game, and that 6 months felt actually like 6 years.
Forever.
Yeah. And also very short as well, because you have to make all these decisions with regards to what do you sell, what do you keep, saying goodbye to everyone. That was quite an emotional roller coaster.
Thank goodness that was just pre-COVID, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, luckily. Yeah.
So they arrived, or we all arrived. I actually got 3 weeks before they came to go and sort of fetch them and bring all the lot. So that was in end of November. We arrived all together on the 22nd of December on the sunny coast in season. And because we didn't have anything at that time, we had to rent a furnished apartment, which you can imagine. Any furnished apartment is out on holiday rentals at that time. So we were fortunate to get a 3-month lease in Noosa. And but it was a matter of on the 22nd we arrived, and on Chrissy Day I had to leave back to site because I've been off for 3 weeks and I had to get back to work. And luckily I've got my brother here. He's been living here for 12 years at the time. And so they came up and they met Phia and them, and we spent a few days together.
So where do they live? They're not in Noosa, your brother? Which town are they in?
No, he's in Chamonix, New South Wales. So he's farming there. And him and his wife now, they just got married about a couple of years ago. And so they were there, and they gave Phia and them the support. But I had to go back to work for 3 weeks at the time. And we haven't had a car. So they got blessed with bicycles each for Christmas.
Oh, that's cool.
It was pretty rough at the time. So it was just a matter of everything to be sorted out.
And you mentioned coming to look at schools as well. So you have children?
Yeah, we've got 3 children. They were at that stage. They were year 9, 7, and 5. So having two teenagers and one on their way, it was quite a big jump for them. And they went to school in Afrikaans in South Africa. So we had to take that into consideration. In Potch, yes. Yes.
Yeah, so,
and how did they go with moving into the new school with obviously no Afrikaans in the school?
We were just so blessed. There's quite a few South Africans in that school, but we didn't know that really beforehand. And they were just so supportive. So we were just happy that they could go to that school.
Yeah, but we also took an active decision to put them in a small private and a small intimate school. Smaller, intimate, and so they in a Christian college here, which was, I think coming into a large school, just English and all that would have been rough. So that was a bit of that was an
intensive decision. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your visa application, if you don't mind, Kobus. How did you go from being on the work visa to getting a PR visa? What was that process?
Yeah, we came over on a 482 temporary visa, which we also understood then at the time that you've got no pathway to permanent residency. So we were fortunate to be surrounded by, only after basically going through that process, we worked through an agency, originally that the company sorted, and it was always our heart to come permanent, and that's why, but I was over 45, and it does become a bit more difficult. So you do fall in the exempt category. We believed, we came over in big faith, and we were just fortunate, and I think the right doors opened for us. So there's this special, I'm just thinking what it's called now. It's a distinctive talent visa that came up now, especially during COVID, looking for specific talents. And I was fortunate that the line of work that I do, my roles are, there's not much of people with their qualifications or experience in Australia. So we were fortunate to be awarded one of the distinguished talent visas.
I was just going to ask you, can you please tell us what exactly you do?
Yes, I'm in the mining industry. And what we do is we reclaim old tailings dumps by use of hydraulic mining.
So are you a
And it's
mining
quite a
engineer?
future. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a qualified engineer. No, I'm a production manager. Yeah.
Right, okay. And so that's the qualification on the occupation list that you applied for, production manager?
Yeah, that was a production manager
And the
mining.
hydro mining.
But specifically becoming, when I did the application for the distinguished talent, it was more about I had to prove that I've got a scarce skill and that I'm internationally recognized. My experience is internationally recognized, and that's what we had to prove. So they weren't really looking at a specific qualification or a specific category. Yeah.
That's incredible. Okay, great. Yeah, because usually people think with the distinguished talent one, you got to have a PhD or some very high level qualification. Do you have a qualification?
I actually don't have any tertiary qualifications. Yeah, it's all hands-on experience.
That's
so
amazing. Yeah. Wow.
So
that,
I'm
as you
fortunate
say,
to be.
it's incredible. Well, it's great to hear that. You know, it is possible for people to come to Australia, even though you don't have a tertiary qualification. Obviously, you need to have very specialized skills, which I do appreciate. Tell me quickly about your children. How have they settled into being Australians? And do you think that they think like Aussies? Do they speak still Afrikaans with you guys?
We speak Afrikaans at home. And one thing we are fortunate that the girls, when they came over, they already had their identity formed. So they knew who they are, and they had a strong personality about their values and what they believe in and who they are. Not to try and make this a South Africa, but they pretty strongly believe in who they are. So it was a bit of a culture shock initially, getting used to other friends and a whole new environment. But we're actually so proud of them because we talk about it a lot. We go through our battles and we've got our, each one has got your issues, and you miss your people, the close ones behind, and they've also left their friends behind. But they sort of silently just go on. They just follow mom and dad, and so we're really proud of them. But they've dug in, and they've done so well at school the first 2 years. They've got a lot of acknowledgement for good behavior and good academic performance and all that. The two oldest have just started their jobs, so that's very, very new to us because Ellery is now 17. She's just been offered an apprenticeship at school as a kindergarten teacher, so she'll be finishing school with a Cert 3 in kindergarten.
Isn't that incredible?
Yes, we're just so thankful.
And Mia's also got a job, so she works. So a lot of the jobs that was done by unskilled people back in South Africa is really up for our children, and the exposure for them to start earning their own money, and also the exposure to learn life skills out of school, out of the home environment. That's great. We're embracing that.
Absolutely. So what is the best thing for you about living in Australia?
There's a few things.
I love the outdoor. The outdoor living is what we normally we always love that. We both from the farm. Phia comes from the Kalahari and I come from the Free State, and we both like outdoor living. But the restrictions in South Africa it sort of hampers you. So you create your little valley or your little area around your home for outdoor living. Have a barbecue and a pool and all that. Where here people would meet in the parks and you can go for a hike, and it's very, very accessible. I love that.
Yeah, and we talked about the opportunities for work, for children, for everything. It's just we can just be so grateful for the opportunities, isn't it? It's just
incredible. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful story with us. It's such a heartwarming thing for me to hear when people like you, who probably might have thought initially you wouldn't be able to make it to Australia because you're over 45, you didn't have tertiary qualifications, and here you are. You're just embracing this country, and also how you have angels looking out for you and who've helped you make your way here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing your story, and congratulations once again on becoming permanent residents of this amazing place.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your wonderful program and the work that you guys do.
It's my pleasure. If I can bring one person to Australia, then I've done what I wanted to do, just to make somebody change their lives for the better. Thanks for helping.
Thank you so much.
Take care,
worries.
guys.
Thank you.
It's a
See you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you had fun, please remember to hit that subscribe button, and then it'll make sure that you never miss a thing. I'll see you same time and same place next week. Bye for now.